Consumer advocates are calling for a fund of last resort for people who've lost money through poor financial advice.
In one case, the ABC has revealed more than 80 people have signed up to a compensation scheme overseen by the federal court, but they stand to receive only a small portion of what they claim to have lost. Here's Consumer Affairs reporter Amy Bainbridge.
Alex and Tryphena McShane were in their mid-50s when they met financial advisor Steve Navra.
The idea was to have a portfolio that was a mixture of property, cash and investments.
They borrowed using their home as security to invest in Steve Navra's own stock market fund and followed advice to invest their superannuation and take out a loan for the Great Southern Agricultural Investment Scheme. Their investments failed and the McShanes sold their home before the banks could foreclose. All up, the McShanes estimate they lost more than $2 million.
The shame is just phenomenal. There's massive shame around financial stuff.
The McShanes sued Mr Navra for negligence, and when their lawyers pulled out, they lodged the case themselves. They've now reached a confidential settlement.
It's a landmark result for Alex and Tryphena. They have had 8 or 9 years of being completely wiped out.
But dozens of others who have been slower to act won't be so lucky. Last year, a settlement scheme separate to the McShanes case was set up through the Navra Financial Services liquidators and the business's insurers in the federal court. Under that settlement scheme, more than 80 people have lined up to claim a share in $4 million worth of insurance, but the ABC understands their total claims amount to $30 million.
People have to spend a lot of time and effort and tears and heartache to try and get some sort of redress at the moment, and even then they're left out of pocket. And that points to a real problem in the system, which a last chance compensation scheme can play a role.
That scheme would be funded by a levy on financial services businesses to protect people when professional indemnity insurance falls short. Steve Navra was discharged from his bankruptcy last year and he's since been selling property in Melbourne. He declined the ABC's requests for an interview and said all the advice was given to the best of his ability at the time and he lost far more of his own money. Amy Bainbridge, ABC News.